Hi, everyone. How are you? How are you? I know it's been a crazy time since I've live streamed, and I'm not going to stay on long. I am just, I'm just wanting to catch up a little bit and see how all of you are and all that stuff. So that's all that's going on with me, and I hope you guys are all doing good. I've been doing some junk mailing, like going through and trying to get some stuff going on. And I want to do a share, but I want to wait till a few more of you get here before I do this really cool share. I don't know if you guys have been following my ATC, making ATCs. That has been fun. And I've also done some iPads, although I don't have any film done of them. So that'll be for another time, totally another time. So hi to all you lurkers. I am going to say hi. Tell me who's here, because I can see you there. I just don't know who it is. And let me see if I can figure out how to share it in our Facebook group. So I hope you guys are doing good. Tell me who's watching and where you're from. And for those of you that are new, my name is Shelley, and I live in the Hawaiian Islands. I live on the island of Maui. With this new, has anybody else had this like issue with this new live stream setup? It's like, it's an odd one. Let me just see, and then I'll get to crafting. I'm not going to stay on a super long time. I think Stacy from Pink Pill Crafters is going to have her auction if she hasn't already started. And there's like a lot of other people that are doing. Hi, Carrie. How are you? I'm going to try to share this with our Facebook group. I hope you guys are all doing good. This has been so crazy here where I am. How's your family, Carrie? Anyway, I'll be back in 2 seconds. So let's see. How's your family? Thanks for the thumbs up, whoever gave me one. I appreciate that. Yep. You're all good? Oh, good. Are you guys still quarantining where you are? Yeah, it's intense right now for everybody. For everyone. It's crazy intense. Thank you to whoever gave me a thumbs up. I appreciate it. Okay. So I have some cool stuff to share with you guys. Tell me what's been going on with you. Tell me everything that's been going on in your world. I'll tell you all the stuff that's been going on in mine. So, so we've been quarantined since March. I don't know what you guys have been going on and doing. We've been quarantined since March, and homeschooled my daughter, and you guys, yeah, we got through it. We graduated from the 7th grade, which we're excited about that. You guys, I have grown children, and then I had a daughter in my 40s, and she was my surprise, and she's a wonderful surprise. But let's just say I've done the 7th grade a few times, and this was probably the most challenging. Most of it being, I don't think of myself as not being good at math and all this stuff, but can I tell you the way they teach them how to do math? Yeah. So I'm going to salvage some of the insides of a Target envelope, the red Target envelope, and some other things. And then I'm gonna share with you. I'm gonna show you this share that I have this really cool thing that I got. Hi, Deb. How are you? So, you guys, I have, besides the whole, quarantining thing, which I know we're all going through. And homeschooling. I have been gardening. I planted a garden, and some of it has been good. Some of it's been an epic fail. So I'm still working on that. In fact, I'm going to transplant a bunch of stuff. Initially, I was going to plant it directly into the ground, but I live in Hawaii and pretty much everything grows all the time, but the bugs are crazy. So I decided, my partner built me some like growing boxes, like little, maybe I'll do a video of that one day because they're actually really cool. I made them from pallets. I'm having a decaf iced coffee with coconut milk. Still doing my keto, you guys. I've lost 50 pounds. Hi, Mitts. So I've been on keto for a year and I've lost 50 pounds. I could probably use to lose another 20, but it's been good. I haven't cheated. I've been fairly good for the most part. So planting a garden, planting a garden, trying to do the homeschooling thing with my daughter, which, I have such a great respect for those of you that have homeschooled all of your children. I have not. I'm going to put this under my iced coffee my sweet daughter made me, my iced decaf. I've never been a decaf fan, but I'm liking it now. Hi, Rosie. Nice to see you. Oh, you guys, I got the nicest Happy Mail from Rosie. I don't have it over here by me. It's just so beautiful. And I started making some stuff out of it. And she sent me this fountain pen. You guys, I'm kind of in love with the fountain pen thing now. And it's so awesome. Thank you, Rosie, for that. And if you guys haven't joined her channel, go over and see her. She's Creative Links here on YouTube, and it's awesome. Hi, Miss Linda McCullum. How are you? Well, I want to show you. So during this whole pandemic thing, many of us are rethinking our lives and rethinking our careers, right? We're all, hey, Mitts, we're all like, or at least I am rethinking my career. And in doing so, I don't know, I'm starting to put together like lists of things I enjoy doing and lists of things that I don't want to do. And just trying to come to the understanding that way. So one of the other, like, I think in one of my last live streams, let me see if I can move it closer. One of my last live streams that I did, or one not that long ago, guys, this may be as close as my webcam gets. I'm sorry. Don't exactly, let me see. Let me see if I can get it to go. Let me see if I can even get it to work. I can't tell. Anyway, in one of the last live streams that I did, let me just see. Let me see. You guys are going to have the biggest laugh when I tell you about my camera setup. Oh, you'll just like laugh. It's so ridiculous. Oh, no. I guess this is as good as it's going to get. Let me see. Got my coffee. I can't get it in I can't zoom it in any closer. I'm sorry. You guys, next time I'll work on it and see if I can figure it out. I don't know why it won't let me zoom it in any closer, but it won't. Let me see. And it has a zoom on it, but I can't. I'm sorry. Next time to Zoom, I'll work on the Zoom. I thought I had it worked out. Hi, Miss Linda Murray. You've lost 40 pounds too, Deb? You've fallen off during lockdown? Girl, okay, so I started to feel, I'm all over the place. Let me just finish telling you about this one thing, and then I'm going to show you this, and then we're going to craft together a little bit. So on one of the last live streams I did, one of our crafting mamas, Kristie Biddleson, talked about, she's an essential worker. She's a nurse. And she talked about all of that and, how how that was working for her. And she decided at some point that she was going to go part-time, and she started making, and she does beautiful mandalas, right? So she started doing making more things. And if I'll have to link her shop in the description box after the video. I don't think I can do it now. So I ordered some stuff from her because, I firmly believe in supporting each other, right? And so she makes beautiful handmade soaps, and I ordered 2 handmade soaps from her, which I love handmade soap, but I'm giving these actually as a gift. But aren't they beautiful? And she wraps them so beautifully, and they're just gorgeous, and they smell so yummy. And so I ordered 2 handmade soaps from her, and I think she's still, hi, Lolly. I think she's still nursing part-time. But, I think you realize that your life is more important than like a paycheck. And, so now she's arting full time. And isn't this beautiful? Don't you love it? Like, look, isn't it gorgeous? And so she makes handmade soaps, but she also makes journals. And I want to show you the little journals that she's made. She makes, I know she has a few in her, and it came in this beautiful bag. So if you wanted to give it as a gift, it's really cool. So she makes these passport-sized traveler's notebooks, okay? And they're made like a Midori style, so you can put in more inserts. But look at the detail work on them. And she has some really cute ones in her shop right now. They're with little, those lucky cats. Hi, Mary Lou. And so, and then she has all these inserts. Like she has these, I got one plain one, and then she sent me some other inserts as well. And look at the tag that came with it. Isn't it gorgeous? So on Etsy, her shop is Metta Studios. So if you guys, I'm just saying, like, I know that all of us, at least I can speak for myself, I like to shop, but I don't, obviously we can't go out and shop. But shopping online right now and shopping and spending your money with those that you love is super awesome. So I'm going to start, I haven't started yet. I'm going to start working in and doing some collage work. But look, she does mandalas on top of everything. Or mandalas, I don't know what you want to call them. But look how beautiful they are. So you guys go over and support her if you can, And then she sent me all these really, really amazing little goodies to put in my traveler's notebook. And so, look, and this is one of her like wax seals that she makes. I don't know why I can't make my camera go closer. I don't know what's going on with it. Anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. It's like, it's so important right now for us to support each other when we can. And I know all of us are, it's a precarious time. Look at these cool napkins she sent me. Oh my gosh, I love them. I know it's a precarious time for all of us, but it's like, if you can, it's great. It's a great way to, to support each other. I love her like wax seals. Doesn't it make you want to make wax seals? Look at all her little cool notes. She's like so sweet because I love her. So what have I been doing? Gardening. And at home, we just finished school maybe a week ago. So we took a week break. And guys, my art mojo has just, I've been doing my ATCs, but other than that, I've been doing some personal art journaling. I can't say I haven't been doing stuff because I've been painting and stuff, but I don't know. I just have felt so out of sorts, right? I've been feeling so odd, as I'm sure all of you have. And I've been meditating every day, which has been helpful. Cleaning out my stuff. Oh my God, you guys. That has been a nightmare. Look at all the cool things she sent. So you guys, if you can go over and support her, please do. And, it's like, it's a nice way to show that. Anyway, so that's my share. Maybe I'll look in this little notebook. What I was going to do is I have to, I've been cleaning out all my stuff, and I have piles of like, we'll never use, I have piles of recycling, which I've let go of. And then I've had piles of like, I don't know what I'm going to do. How are you, Miss Mary Lou? So tell me what's going on in your world. So that was my tangent for that, the share. And then my other tangent for the gardening, I've been growing things from seed, and that's been a whole, my daughter goes, why do you keep watering these peppers so that they look like they're coming out? And I wasn't watering them so that there was a little mouse that decided to dig underneath the peppers and eat the roots. Let me see if I can find her Etsy store, and then I'll put it in the chat. Let me see. I think it's called Metta Studios, but guys, I'm terrible. I don't know why I can't zoom my camera in. It's just so weird. I don't know. Okay, let me see if I can find her Etsy shop for you. Sorry, I should have done it before. So they have extended the quarantine for our island for incoming visitors till the end of July. And that is meaning that if you come here, you have to quarantine for 14 days. So, and they're not really letting people here, and they've cut all the flights to here. It's been a whole thing. So with that in mind, I got a phone call on today's Sunday, so I must have got a phone call on Friday, because they just sent out that mandate, I think on Wednesday or Thursday, the governor. And I got fully laid off for real, like for good. Like my job doesn't even know if it's going to come back. Okay, her shop is Metta Studio NC, because she lives in North Carolina. And yeah, you guys go check her out. I mean, she's so sweet. She's such a lovely person. And, I think, let me see if I can put her shop in the comments. I also put it in the comments. So let's see what else is going on. So I got laid off for good, which was, you guys, I was kind of dreading it in any way. Have you been in that space where you're just like, I don't know if I really want to go back like that. I don't know if I want to go back to work like that. Isn't this a beautiful little, I think this is craft text paper. Beautiful little journal. I was kind of dreading it. I was kind of like, I don't know if I really want to go back to that job, because you guys, it was a high volume tourist job. I'm serious. Like, if I told you guys, it was a kick your ass job every day. And so, but knowing that I had the job to go back to was like kind of, I don't know. Me, guys, it's like one of those things. So I've been crazy purging. How many of you guys have been, like, since you've been home, crazy purging your stash? I've been crazy purging mine, that's for sure. I've realized that I've kept way too many things for way too long. How many of you guys have that issue too? And, stuff that I can get again, I'm just purging. So let's see, what else besides that? Let's see what else has been going on in my world. Well, I've been in a general funk. I don't know about you guys, but I've been in kind of a general funk. I've been, besides purging, I am making, because my daughter, I have saved so many cool things from my travels and different things like that. I am making some junk journals, and I'll put those in my shop soon. I can't exactly tell you when, because how many of you guys are like, you don't know when you finished? Like, you keep adding to it because, yeah. You keep adding to it. You just keep going, keep adding to it. Let's see, I know I have a credit card somewhere here. I cleaned off my desk. That's the other thing, is I've cleaned off my desk, which I think is great. But at the same time, it's like, No, I think I work better in chaos. How many of you guys are like that? How many of you guys are like you work better in a less than pristine condition? That is me. Because then I don't have very many choices. It's just like what's in front of me, and that's how it goes. Hi, Jean. Oh, you guys, I do have some exciting news. I'm very excited about this. How many of you guys were at Kara's auction yesterday for Defy, for her Disabled Artists Foundation, for her Disabled Artists Foundation nonprofit? So what's super cool about that, her Disabled Artists, so I joined their design team. I'm so excited. So I think their next auction is Christmas in July. And I think it's Christmas in July in pink. Am I right, Jean? And so I'm already planning what I'm making. So if you guys make sure that you subscribe to Care's channel. It's Care Heart here on YouTube. Jean, will you put it in the description? Will you put it in the chat? And that way you guys can see what I make. I haven't decided. So I'll take a vote. What would you guys like? Would you like to see one of my crazy junk journals? Or would you like to see, I don't know. Part of me thought maybe I would make something, maybe I would make some Hawaiian-inspired Christmas decorations. You guys know that I make Christmas decorations every year for my tree, right? Like that every year, depending upon what theme my daughter picks, my youngest daughter, we make new ornaments. So some years it's like, one year it was mermaids. Okay, one year my whole tree was mermaids. And then, I don't know, I've done all kinds of things. So don't ask me why handbag, you guys. I have no idea. One year I did mermaids. One year I did dogs. We have all these dog ornaments. One year I did seashells. I don't know. It just varies. You know, so for me, it's just like one of those things. Oh, I haven't made my mice yet. So Miss Linda McCullum has, okay, Linda started making Christmas ornaments. When did you start, Linda? I need something else here. I need a girl or something, but I don't have all my stuff here. When did you start making Christmas ornaments? And she sent me the pattern. She sent me a picture of them, which I love. And then she sent me the pattern. Maybe I'll make that. That's a good idea, Linda. You guys tell me what you think. I have like the oddest things. I have the oddest collection of stuff right here, right now. Maybe I'll skip it and go to the next page. I can make some Hawaiian themed mice. So Linda started making her Christmas things last month, okay? Because she's the queen of, all right, I'm going to skip that and go to the next page. Because she's the queen of, she is, have you guys seen Linda's textile work? Oh my God. It is like unbelievable. Like when you see her textile work, you're just blown away. This needs like something, but I don't know what. Like I want a girl, but I don't think I have any fashion magazines over here. I'm just going to go to the next page, see where it takes me. So she sent me the pattern so I can make my. So what do you guys think? What would you be interested if you're going to come over to the auction and support? And you realize 100% of everything that is donated to the Disabled Artist Foundation goes to the running of it. Like, Kara doesn't collect a salary or anything for herself, and everybody's a volunteer. And Jean's a volunteer, and there are a lot of the crafting mamas are really supportive of it. So, and I think, especially during this pandemic, I think it made me realize that, I can't imagine my life without art, and I can't imagine not being able to afford just my simple art supplies, even though most of the stuff I craft with is recyclable. Some people don't even have that option, to be able to just craft with recyclable. And so I can't imagine, like, for me, what my life would be like without my art supplies or without being able to have that option to do art, right? And so what Kara does is she sends out care packages to people that couldn't afford it and that are disabled at home. So, and she has these angel, oh my gosh, you guys, I'll have to do a whole video on her angel packages. If you guys, that is such a fun way to support the organization. So they're like $25 and they're basically like a surprise. I think she gives you like some categories, like you could do painting, is it painting, miscellaneous, and jewelry? And you pick a couple of categories, and then your bag has those kind of cool things in it. So I don't know. I don't know all the ins and outs of it, but so you get, and I've gotten some crazy ones. I've made some stuff from the bits and pieces that I've gotten. I need my girls. I do not know where my girls are. This is like a little bit frustrating. My people, or maybe I have some in here. Guys, I've been cleaning up my stash so much, I don't even know where my stuff is. Is that like not good? That's so not good. I'm going to put this down in there too. Oh, and this one too. So you get like a surprise bag, and they're like $25 a month, and that goes to funding. So other people, the kits that she sends out to in the mail that she sends out to, the postage. So that's super cool. Oh, I have a cool bird. What else? I don't know. Besides being in a general funk, which I have been, and not feeling like I have had the mojo to really, doing an artist trading card is one thing, but having the real mojo to do live streams is where I've been failing, because, it's not as easy as it always looks. Would you not agree, for those of you that have done live streams? Guys, I'm obsessed with keeping patterns. Don't ask me why. I love them. It's like, oh, I like her too. I need something for here. I don't know where my stuff is. So I just haven't hit the mojo. And I also have felt like we've all been so overwhelmed with what's going on that who needs somebody's less than stellar self, I finally had to give myself a break in regard to that. So, somebody asked me the other day what this was when I made this artist trading card, because I have like 4 videos to finish editing. I'm getting better at editing, but not great. It's for the artist trading card today. So this was a reverse collage. This is where you take matte medium, or I think on this one I used Mod Podge, and I had like a magazine image, like something like this. It was seashells. And I had it's a playing card, and I first glued down some of my painty. It was probably, I'm guessing, painty newspaper jelly printed newspaper, and then I reverse collaged all the seashells on top. Put the image transfer and then wet it, and you rub the back of the pulp of the paper, and it came off like super translucent. And of course I rubbed too much, so there was a hole back to the playing card over here, and I just put some washi tape over it and then cut out some words. But this is like a really cool way to put some images in your work. At least I think so. So that was what I did. I think it was you, Linda, that asked, right? Miss Linda, was it Linda Murray? It was Linda in the Crafting Mamas group that asked. Looking to see if I can find a magazine. I want some girl images. Here, I found one torn up. Let's see what it is. Hopefully it's nothing too risque. So that's where I've been. I've just felt like, so Jean says, if you're ordering one of those angel kits, you can't ask for just jewelry supplies, but you can say jewelry and painting, or you can say surprise me, or you can say, what is it? Painting, jewelry, and what else? And there was one other category. Also, if you you guys go over to Jean's channel. She's Jean Peter Artist right here. Jean is the wish granter. So I know a lot of us have, like, I've got boxes of stuff to mail to them because I told you guys I have too much stuff. And so if you want to donate your stuff, like if you have, I don't know, say you used to be into scrapbooking, but you're not into scrapbooking anymore, and you want to donate it, you can contact Jean. And Jean, put your contact information on how people contact you. Maybe this girl will go there. No, she doesn't go there. How people can contact you if they're interested in donating their stuff. I guess she can be okay, but it needs something else. And then, like, I don't know about you guys, but I certainly go through my own tangents of what I'm making and what I'm not making anymore. And, if you were a scrapbooker and then now you're not a scrapbooker, or you're just like, okay, I'm over that. I'm not going to scrapbook anymore. I'm going to do something else, so you can contact Jean, and you'll find a good home for your supplies. And if they can't, if Jean, correct me if I'm wrong. If it's something a artist can't use, like one of the people, if it's something they can't use, then you'll just make kits, and those can either be auctioned off or maybe they'll be included in an angel kit. Am I wrong? So every little thing that you send gets used. It's like, it's not, you know what I mean? It's all going to go to either raising money for the foundation itself so that they can pay for the postage. How many members are there now, Jean? How many artists do you guys send to now? It's a lot. You guys know how much postage is going up. It's crazy. So that was just water. I just decided I wanted to put down some of this tissue paper. There's 70 artists. So think about that, you guys. 70 artists times $10 a month for just the postage. Okay? So you guys can get the idea of what it costs. That's a lot of money every month just for postage. Not to mention, like, if they wanted to buy supplies for them. Like if they have a special, like say somebody really wants to jelly print or something and they don't have, nobody's donated anything to do with jelly printing, right? So you guys get it, right? So you can support in a bunch of different ways. You can support by obviously attending their auction. They have monthly. You can support by sending supplies, like stuff that's in your room, but you guys keep in mind, only send things that you would want to receive. It doesn't have to be brand new or anything like that, but you get my drift, right? And then you can support by buying things in the auction. You can support by sending things, and you can support by, you know, when Jean does a video, liking, subscribing, commenting, because it, you know, the more you've liked, subscribed, or disliked, it doesn't matter. YouTube views a like or a dislike as the same thing as just engagement. So if you feel like that's something that you might want to do, like, subscribing, and commenting really helps, because then they come up more in the search engines of YouTube, and then, you know how it works. I don't have to explain to you. I'm super excited about being on the design team. So you guys let me know what you think you'd like to buy in the auction, and that's what I'll work on. Okay, so Jean's saying, if it's items that you want to share with the artist, which are those that are disabled and living on fixed incomes, they need to come to her. But if something that you want to be auctioned, like if you make a beautiful journal or whatever you're doing, if it's something that you want to go to the auction, you need to send it to Care. Okay. You guys, it is so humid here that my iced coffee's sweating. Okay, this is better. So tell me what's going on in your world. Okay, enough of that. All right, I told you guys about my gardening. I've told you, and I'll try to take some pictures of it. Let's see what else is going on. The gardening. Okay, the quarantining here, which I know you guys are all quarantining where you are too. I mean, know that mine's not special, but ours has just been extended for longer. So it's kind of a little worrisome for us here, because we solely depend on, it's made all the islands start looking about how we're not self-sufficient. We're solely dependent upon tourism. There's not really any industries where, like, in the a long time ago, there used to be industries like sugarcane and that sort of thing, but it's not like that anymore, because it's cheaper to have things grown in other countries. Oh, I like this. Okay, so this needs something else. You guys, it's so weird. I find that if I don't keep my glue shut, it gets glue globs, and it can be in no period of time at all, and it'll be glue globs. So silly. So I'm loving this. Don't you love this little book? And I'm already 2 pages in, and I may go back and do something on the back, or I may write something, or I don't know, but it's helping me use up my stash. So let's see what else. Just trying to think. I feel like I've been away for a million years, and I also feel like I haven't been away at all. Do you guys know what I mean? It's I feel like I've just been in my own world, which I have. Guys, I love painting papers. How many of you guys are addicted to painting papers like I am? Debbie, it's just in the U.S. right now. I don't know. Yes, you can bid on things if you're out of the country. Yes, you can. Now, I don't know about the angel bag. I heard Care say yesterday that the angel bags were more if it was Europe. I'm sorry, guys. The dog is having her own moment. I heard Care say the angel bags are more if it's out of the U.S., the postage, but I don't know. That you might want to just check with her, Deb. I mean, of course, she wants to help any way she can. You guys, hang on. I'm going to put the dog out. She's going to cry. I put you out before I started, so you didn't even need to be in here. You want to go out? You can go out. Come on. Go on. Guys, this is ridiculous. This is my life. It's like I'm run by dogs. Dogs and cats and bunnies. Cripple keep barking. There's a price for the angel bags, so you can just check it out too. Let's see. So I've been making some journals. Let's see what else have I been doing. I've been cleaning out my stash, as I told you guys. I've been cleaning out everything. And you know there's no thrift stores open here yet, so my garage looks like it is like, yeah. I should be able to hopefully in the next couple of weeks they're going to open up at least to take donations. They have we have the lowest cases, at least on my island. I can't speak for every other island. We have the lowest cases of C19, and so I think, and we have lots of people that live in the South Pacific live a really long time. So our kapuna are like, or that's the older generation of people here, can live to be well into their hundreds. So they're trying to seriously be very cautious about allowing all this stuff to resume too soon until we know that things are going to be okay. But on the other hand, it's like most of us are like, me losing my job in the business, like, I mean, the lady from Human Resources, she was like in tears. I was like, it's okay. Like, she kept apologizing to me like it was, she kept apologizing to me like it was, like she'd done something, And I was like, it's all good. So I don't know. So I've been thinking about what I might like to do. I don't know yet. I mean, how many of you guys get like that? You're like, plus I'm older now. It's like, I don't want to do a job that I don't like anymore. Guys, I loved these legs. I have this really enormous, this big, huge journal that I work in occasionally. And I loved aren't they great? Like, look at her shoes. They're like bright orange. I love them. So tell me what's going on in your world. I want to hear what's going on with you while I'm looking for, I want like a person image. Let's see what, I watched the entire series of MI5. I love this. I haven't thrown this magazine away because I think I'm going to fussy cut this and put it on something, but it needs to be on a big piece. I love that. I want to like this too. Like those. Let me see. So yeah, I watched the entire series of MI5. I have read a couple of books that have been waiting for me to read for a long time. How many of you have like a pile of books next to your bed where you're like, this is when I get some time, right? What else have I done? I have cleaned out my stuff, and still in the process of it. I have, guys, I feel like I've done nothing and everything. Does that make sense? I feel like I've done nothing and everything. I like her. Let me see if I can. Let's see if I can cut her up. Let's see how she works. So tell me about you guys. Tell me what's going on. I want to hear. I mean, I'm rattling on and telling you about me, but I would rather hear about you guys. You've been furloughed since the beginning of April. Yeah, me since March. And Deb says she's been furloughed and she's getting the majority of her pay. Ooh, so she doesn't have to work, but thinking of retiring at Christmas, so it won't be worth going back if I don't go back soon. I understand. Girl, you know what's really sad is that this past week, they're starting to open things up kind of here, but it's in a weird way. Like, restaurants can only be at 25% capacity. just, I mean, which I understand. I'm not criticizing it in any way, but I'm just saying, like, so based on the fact that they extended the quarantine, the 14-day mandatory if you fly in quarantine, that means anybody that's going to come here has to quarantine themselves for 14 days once they get here, quarantine themselves in their hotel or wherever they're staying, and it's crazy expensive here. So who's going to come for a vacation and quarantine themselves for 14 days? That makes, that's just not going to happen. So what was I going to say? So I was reading in our little local paper yesterday that they've had a list of businesses that are just going to shut down for good because they can't do it. They can't do it. They, like, the rents here, everything's so crazy expensive, and the rents here are so expensive. I need something behind this. I need like something pink or something. I don't think I have anything pink right at hand. I think this might be too pink. This might be too pink. I don't know. Let me see. Anyway, so yeah. So yesterday was kind of like a bittersweet moment. It's like you're like reading like your friends' businesses that, and you understand completely, you guys, because rents here, I can't even tell you how costly it is. It is beyond anything you could even imagine. Like, I used to have a little tiny, less than 300 square foot shop for a while. We're talking, I think it was like 210, and it was like $3,500 a month. Isn't that insane? Let's see if I like this. I like it better than that. So anyway, so that was like a little bit bittersweet that, that I mean, I understand. I used to do some bookkeeping for a friend's business, and she called me the other day and she said, I can't pay you, but would you help me? Would you help me? This makes me sad to even share. Would you help me do my closing books? And I was like, I didn't even know what to say. Like, of course I'll help her, but for her to say, will you help me to do my closing books, was like, wow. That's like, will you help me to do my closing books? Never thought that I would hear that. Never, 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 never. Right? Will you help me do my closing books? Made me so sad for her. But she's like, I've tried. She said, I've been trying to stick it out. She said, but her rent, she has an art gallery, and her rent is like $30,000 a month. So with no tourists coming in, it's basically a done deal. With no tourists coming in, there's no way she could stay open. Like it with brighter red, but I don't know. Let's see if I can glue it down to where you'll even see it, because the page ends here. So, yep. Hi, Trish. Your shops are opening tomorrow, but not bars or cafes. Well, bars aren't here. Hotels are not opening until we heard October. Trish says they're considered essential, so you're crazy busy since people are home and want to paint the exterior of their home. We only let 2 employees per trailer we use. Feeling grateful. Hey, that's awesome. You know what? So is, my partner, he was laid off before me because his job, anyway, he was laid off before me because I guess where he was working could really sense or know or feel what was coming, maybe even more than the rest of us. And so he's not proud. You guys, when you live on an island, you have to like constantly be reinventing yourself. It's like you can't get too precious. Like, you know what I mean? Like, say you were an engineer or whatever. Their jobs are not like that here. They don't have that same kind of stuff to do here. So you just have to be open and take what you get, right? So first of all, he's a fine art painter. He can paint anything. And he's made a living much of his life as a fine art painter. But he was working in a restaurant. I told you guys we were trying to buy a house, and they told us that we couldn't get a mortgage here, at least here, being self-employed, that you needed to have a job with pay stubs. So both of us took these jobs that I don't know that we would have taken prior to that. And so, you guys, I can't cut a straight line. So I realized that the image itself isn't straight. Just got to go with it. So he got into the painters union, and he's been most of the major big hotels here are all closed. They all may be closed, but the ones, so he's been doing, and they're just looking at this because we usually have 30 to 50,000 visitors a day. So they're all looking, most of the hotels here are looking at this like an opportunity to catch up on all the stuff that usually they have to do piecemeal. So he's been painting, thank God. He didn't have any work this week because they're prepping for the next one, but he's getting ready to paint the montage next week, I think. I don't know if it's interior or exterior. He does all of it. So we feel really lucky that he got that because like all of our health insurance, everything was canceled. So we feel really lucky, right? It's like, I just want to say, if you want a humbling experience, move to an island. You want a humbling experience to what and who you think you are, move to an island. Move to an island because it will humble you in a hot New York minute. It'll humble you in a minute because there's just not the same things going on. So if you identify with whatever job you do, it wouldn't work here. Okay, I'm loving this. You guys go over to Kristie's shop. You have to. This little journal is it's like working on an iCAD a day, right? Like these are like basically iCAD size, the Traveler's Notebook. Yeah, they said the same thing here. Let's do major improvements or renovations. I like this page. What are you guys thinking? Yeah. Yeah, what was his last job? I can't remember which hotel he worked for, Trish, but honestly, I don't really listen. Is that terrible? Because it's like it kind of goes in one ear and out the other. And if it's not something I need to do, like if it's something that I need to do, then I listen. But if it's something that I don't, I'm like, oh, okay. Right? One of these size journals would be perfect for your idea book, Deb. Did you guys go over to Deb's channel and do her idea book? It was an inspiration journal, right, Deb? Not an idea book, inspiration journal. All right, what else have I done, you guys? I'm just trying to think of the stuff that I've done. I feel like I've done a million things and nothing all at once. Does that make sense? Well, I think the homeschooling thing was kind of, you guys, I have to be honest, that kind of like put me under. Like, yeah. And starting tomorrow, we start online theater camp, which will be fun. You live in Florida? You guys put in the box where you are. I am in Maui, Hawaii. And Trish is in Florida. You guys pipe in right where you're from. Come on, all you lurkers. You guys go over to Deb's channel. It's Debbie Corke, Corke, and check out her mood board. Her mood board book. It's so good. Jean's in New Mexico. Come on, you guys, pipe it in. Put it in there for me. Tammy's in Iowa. Oh, we're in Iowa. And Linda's in California. Dorset, South, and Deb's in Dorset, South Coast, UK. Deb, I've been living your, like, what do you call it? A brimble? Is that what you call it? A brimble, like a walk? Cape Cod, Massachusetts. Oh, nice. Carrie in West Virginia. Mary Lou is in Riverside, Rhode Island. A bumble? Is that what it is? A bimble. What is a bimble? It's a bimble's a walk. Deb's been posting these walks that she's been doing, which I have to say I've been loving, and all the treasures she finds on them. The last one that you did where you showed like all the cool little bits and pieces you found, I loved that. Hi, Melinda. You're in South Carolina. Oh, we're in South Carolina. I love South Carolina. I love Myrtle Beach. How many of you guys have been to Myrtle Beach? A leisurely walk is a bimble. A leisurely walk, but I loved it. I thought it was excellent. You guys, for whatever reason, I like this car. I don't really want her leg in there. Maybe I can cover her leg up with something. Like the car. Like the car. Sioux City, Iowa. Oh, nice. I love beachcombing too. Hi, Patricia. You're lurking in Los Angeles? Girls, stay safe. My nephew lives in LA, and he's been telling me it has been rough. It has been rough. I was like, thoughts and prayers are with you guys. I get it. Wisconsin, Mitt. Sioux City. How do you say it? Seneca, South Carolina? How far is it away from Myrtle Beach? Guys, I used to try to go to Myrtle Beach once a year. It's one of my favorite places. I gotta put something over her leg. I like the car front, but the leg part I'm not so crazy about. Mary Lou says, hey, Amy, we are neighbors. She's in Riverside. So, did you guys see, are any of you guys into steampunk? Did you guys see? Yes, you can't get a break. Now, my nephew, my niece, I lived in LA for a number of years, many moons ago. My oldest daughter, who's 20, just turned 28, she was born in LA. She was born in Santa Monica, actually. Oh, it's so cool that you guys are so close. I always say you can meet your crafty besties here. You never know who you're going to meet. Yeah, he and my niece and my nephew live there. Their brother and sister, and he sent me pictures of like all kinds of destruction and burned out stuff. And I lived through the LA riots. My oldest daughter was born during the LA riots all those years ago. So I have lived it there, and I have to tell you, I know it is not easy. You guys, I have to say, that's one good thing about living here in the middle of South Pacific. People did protest peacefully, but there was nothing else. You love steampunk? Jean is the queen of steampunk. Have you guys gone over and seen, if you went to Kara's auction, okay, I need something to cover up her leg. It's going to bother me. If you went to her auction, I may have to leave it until something just jumps out to put in there. Jean had these amazing steampunk, like, Jean, you tell the story about your steampunk kits. They were pretty cool. They were so cool, very cool. And I don't even have any painting papers over here, you guys. This is like falling by the wayside. I usually have all my stuff, but I don't have any painting papers. I actually like that. Tell the story. What did you do? You bought these rusty parts, or you bought these parts, and then you had a leak, and then they all rusted. And anyway, they were so amazing. She made these kits of all of these watch parts and little gears and they were perfect. So I don't know if there's going to be any in next time's auction, but I thought it was like majorly cool that that you had what you had. It was super cool. Guys, this is definitely a journal for no reason, as Shannon Green calls them, who I love. How many of you guys love Shannon Green? She's awesome. Totally love Shannon Green. I don't know if she's made any videos lately, but I love her. How many of you guys are Shannon Green fans? What did you say? You take rides down where? To go eat at Evelyn's. Is that a place close to you, Amy? You and Mary Lou can meet at Evelyn's. So Seneca is near Clemson and Anderson, which is located in the upper corner of the state. Oh, cool. Sounds awesome. One of our other crafting mamas, Malia, lives in the Carolinas. I can't remember where. She's told me, you guys, but let's just say I'm not all great in the memory area sometimes. You're a fan of Shannon Green too, Deb? I love her. She makes me laugh. Like, if I need like an uplifting crafting moment, I go for some Shannon Green. How many of you guys do that too? Because she is so fun. She is super fun. And I think her daughter was supposed to get married during all this pandemic, and I don't think she got to get married. At least I didn't see if she did. Maybe she did and I didn't pay attention. So Jean's saying her watch parts were in a tray in the garage and the roof leaked, but they came out so great. Hi, Kathy. They came out so great that I don't think if you wanted to rust them, they could have been any better. You know what I mean? It would have been like if you purposefully rusted them, they probably would not have come out as good as they did. They're super cool. So if you guys are into steampunk, make sure you mark your calendars, go over to Kara's channel, mark calendars for the next auction, because I have a feeling if there's some pieces and parts available, they will be in the auction. I'm going to find some sort of a sentiment to go on top of that. That's why it's like not done. How many of you guys, let's see, what else is going on? Let's see. I went to somebody's sale the other day and it was really good, but I can't remember who. I didn't buy anything. Guys, aside from like buying something from Kristie, I don't think I've bought anything in a while. I bought some deli paper. That was my big crafting splurge, was some deli paper. Let's see. I did get class. I did buy a class from Nellie Wortman, but I haven't done it yet. I've been wanting to buy a class from her for a while, and she had like some sale. I bought a class, got all the supplies, didn't feel it. I just couldn't do it. Let's see what else. Need something to cover up her leg. I like her. I like her. I need something for here. Guys, this is definitely like for no particular reason at all. Rhode Island's so small, so everything's close. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I haven't been to Rhode Island in years, but yeah, I miss Shannon Green too. I think that her daughter was getting married, right? And then this whole pandemic happened. So I don't know. I think for a while, I remember reading that she was working an essential job. So, I mean, that's good for those of us that need an income, because we all do. I know, right, Mitts? How handy. You're absolutely right. You like the idea of different people on each one of my journals? I have to find my journal. I don't know where it is. I wasn't planning on doing a live stream, but I got a couple messages from some people going, "Are you okay? Are you still around?" And this is like the one day that like there's not some major guys, my neighbors have been renovating like almost every single day. Like it has been like a loud ridiculousness of whatever. Do you guys know what I mean? It's like my neighbors have like all decided that they're renovating or whatever they're doing, or yard work. Like, and I know it's because everybody's shut in and they're all trying to do everything, but it is definitely not conducive to live streaming when like jackhammers and roofing and yeah. It's been, yeah. I think people here, at least on my island, are going a little stir crazy, which is understandable. Right? I think we're all going a little stir crazy. What was I going to say? So, yeah, like yesterday we did yard work. Yesterday we cut down a bunch of limbs in our yard so that I could move some of my planting boxes. I'll try to do a video of my little tiny garden because Lynn turned me onto this guy on YouTube, and oh my gosh, you guys, he has this thing called, if you're interested in gardening, because anyway, it's called the rain gutter grow system, and he has these systems of self-watering things. Well, I did one of his. You guys are gonna laugh, okay? But it works, okay? I did one of his where you can plant in a planter bag, but he says, and it's come true for me, that you could also use the same sort of like Walmart Target bags. They're made out of that meshy, it's not meshy, but it's like fiber bags. They don't last very long. But anyway, he put them in a self-watering kiddie pool. And so I did it. And you guys, my stuff is growing. It's crazy. And you don't have to water it. I mean, he's got a whole system like where it sort of self-waters. So I did some in some 5-gallon buckets. He also has this rain gutter grow system, but I didn't want to build the whole rain gutter thing, which is, if you guys go on there and watch it, it's super cool and it really works. I mean, but I didn't want to do it because I thought we were moving. Like I was so, convinced that we were going to be moving. See, I'm sorry, guys. Somebody's decided to ride his motorcycle right by my house and right by my window. So I was so convinced that we were going to move. I didn't want to like do anything that required any real big build out, so that I could take whatever I was doing with me. Does that make sense? So I got pre-approved. We got pre-approved for a loan for our house, and we started looking. And we've been looking for a while, you guys. Well, with interest rates, I don't know how it works for you guys with pre-approvals, but you can only you pre-approve. It's my mat knife. I don't even know where it is. I can't even. Yeah. You guys, I love cutting out all the details of stuff, but I can't do it without my mat knife. So I'm just going to cut this and glue it back down. You won't even notice it. But your pre-approvals here only last for like 3 months. I mean, is that for you the same for you guys? Anyway, so now that I lost my job last week, and they were fine. They had this whole COVID thing worked out where if your job was going to take you back, then, it would be based on that. Oh, I lost my job on Friday. So I was like, okay. It's like, all right. Well, I said to my hottie, I said, well, let's go for it. So yesterday we did tons more yard work than we had, because I thought we were moving. So I wasn't going to invest in a whole bunch more stuff for my garden. And so now I have more stuff for my garden. And I mean, it doesn't mean that we won't move. It just means that until I get a new job, and then I don't know. You guys, I don't know. I don't know anything. I'm trying to I'm like, is this a sign from the universe? Does this mean that we should move? Do you guys know what I mean? Is this a sign from the universe saying, move out of Hawaii? I mean, I don't know. Not that any place else is any better. So based on that, I was like, okay, So I don't know if it's a sign from the universe or not, but whatever. I went ahead and like finished like as if we're gonna stay here for another year, kind of gardening instead of like, okay, well we could move at any time if we found a place. It's the same there. Okay, wait. Let's just see this. Okay. Yeah, we're talking about cat. We're talking about. I'm going back in the chat, and we're talking about Shannon Green. And Amy says, "Me too. She made me feel encouraged that I could make art, even though I'm not an actual artist." I think everyone's an artist, really, Amy. And Deb says, "I used to watch with my mouth open as I couldn't believe what she was doing. Fabulous. I agree." Trish said she allowed her brother-in-law to come for the weekend, and you bought a grill, a mailbox, and hanging planters and coconut husks. Hey, sounds good. What did you take out that started to die, Kathy? Your plants, and then Kathy said she put them back in. They came back to life. Yeah. So Trish says yes. Approved only last 90 days. They're being more strict. Yeah, Trish is saying back to the mainland. Trish, I don't know. I have no family there. My sister, I only have one sister that's there, and she is moving. Her husband just got his job got transferred. They used to live in the Carolinas, and then his job transferred him to Northern California, and then he's retiring in 2 years, and they're thinking of moving to Hawaii. So because some of their kids live here, so I have no real family anywhere anymore. I mean, I do have some cousins or whatever in Texas, but as I went back, I told you guys I went back last year when my aunt passed away, or before she passed away. She called me and asked me to come be with her as she was transitioning. It was my mom's sister. My mom had two sisters. My mom's middle sister. My mom was the oldest, and my parents are no longer here. And so when I went back, it felt like. Have you ever gone back someplace and you have these like big memories of it, and you go back and it's nothing like you remembered? Okay, Kath, I'll send you my mailing address. So I don't know where I would go, you know? It's 2 years later, it's time, they're beautiful. No, I know they're beautiful places there, but it's like, you guys, I don't have any family left there, and I don't have any, I mean, distant cousins and whatever, but, like, if you don't really keep in contact with people, they're not really part of your world. Do you know what I mean? I mean, maybe you guys don't feel that way. Maybe that's just me, but, I feel like, um, I feel like a couple things. I don't know that I could do weather anymore because I've lived here for, God, you guys, I've lived here 11 years. And so I haven't been in really cold weather in a long, long time, and I don't know if I could do it. I don't know if I could do it again, or any sort of like extreme weather. It's usually like between 75 and 85 pretty much year round. I mean, sometimes it can get hotter depending on what side of the island you're on. Or cooler if you go up to near the volcano. But I don't know that I don't know if I could do weather. And I don't know, like, I don't know what I would do there. Like, I don't know, like, at least here I have, like, I have there's lots of jobs in the industry that I'm good at or well known for. Doesn't mean that, and well, I won't know what it'll be like if tourism doesn't come back. If tourism doesn't come back, then we would really seriously have to think about it. Mahadi's family lives in Northern Virginia, and his parents are both still alive. But he has no interest in wanting to move back there. So, I mean, if he wanted to be near his parents, I would say, let's do it. But he really doesn't have any interest in moving back there. I mean, his mom comes she was coming a couple of times a year here, but I don't know after this, My hottie has 2 sons, and they live in Portland. And I don't know that they live around the Portland area. I was talking to one of his sons the other day, and he doesn't know if he's going to stay. So it's like, I don't know exactly if we moved where we would go back to. Does that make sense? Is that like silly or what? All right, I'm going to have to color all these white parts. They're like bothering me. I say that if I can find any pencils. So I don't know. You have no family where you are, Trish? Florida's calling my name. You guys, I lived in Florida. I lived in Jacksonville, Florida for a couple of years and years ago. Years and years ago, I lived in Jacksonville, Florida. So, I mean, I don't know where we would go. Like, in all honesty, I don't know. I mean, we've talked about it. We both have been like, neither one of us are stuck. Like, it's not like we're like, we're not closed. We're not closed to the fact that we would or wouldn't go. We're both open to like whatever the universe provided for us to go. But I don't think there hasn't been anything. I honestly thought we were going to move to the Big Island, and I found a house, and then all this stuff happened. So I don't know. Amy says she has cousins that she feels like, even though they live close, are not part of your world. Well, I mean, I do keep in contact with my cousins, but it's like, guys, I think I'm like an odd person. Well, obviously I am. I craft with trash, right? But I feel like I'm an odd person, and I feel like, I don't want to say I don't conform to other people's ideas or whatever, but I honestly don't think that I have like a lot in common with them. So it would be like a struggle. Does that make sense? Like it would be like a serious like even with my Toddie's family, like I listen and I try to be like attentive. I'm not talking about his kids. I'm talking about his parents and his brother and sister. It's like, you need to live. This is how I feel. Maybe I'm wrong, but this is how I feel for me. You need to live somewhere where people support you, like where they support you to thrive, not where they want you to conform to be like them because you just seem too weird for them, or you just seem like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, I think I might be better off if I moved to another country. Is that terrible? Like, I might be better off, like, I don't know. Do you guys pipe in and tell me what you think? Just pipe in and tell me what you think. Pipe in and say, yeah, you'd be totally better off moving somewhere else. Like you'd be better off. You'd find more things in common with complete and utter strangers. I don't have an orange. They don't have an orange in this. They must have an orange on this. You know what I mean? Yeah, when I went home for my aunt being ill and the transitioning and all that stuff, I really got to spend a lot of time with my cousin. her daughter, my aunt only had one child. And we were sort of all raised like we were siblings because my mom and her were very close and she only had one child. So, and it's not in the exact town I grew up in, but not far away from it. And so, I would run into people that I went to school with. And the weird thing about running into people that you went to school with is that you don't even realize it until you go back that you either never had anything in common with them, or night, Dad, big hugs. You either never had anything in common with them, or that you had, or whatever you did have in common with them is long gone. It's like, I don't know. It's like, I'm just, you guys, I'm just sharing how I'm feeling. It's not, nothing's written in stone. I mean, obviously, if my hottie said to me, I really want to move home to be close to my family, I would do it, because I would want him to be the same way with me if the shoe was on the other foot. Does that make sense? If the shoe was on the other foot, I would want him to go, let's go be with your family. And I've asked him, trust me, I have asked him. It's not like I've done it, not like I'm doing it all by myself. I've asked him and he doesn't. So I don't know. Hi, Sherry. Amy says it makes sense. She feels out of sync with her extended family. No one does art or likes art. Yeah, and I understand, and you love it. Yeah, and you want to be. I don't know. I think this COVID thing has put me in a space of like going, okay. It's put me in a space of saying, if it doesn't bring me joy, I'm not doing it. I'm Maria Kondoing my life, not necessarily my space, right? So if it doesn't bring me joy, I don't want to do it. And if it doesn't, if the friendships in my life are not ones that where I feel like I'm thriving, I'm letting it go. Like you don't need that. Or I'm just speaking for myself. I don't need that. Right? So I'm not doing it anymore. Trust me, I've spent many times or many things in my life doing what I thought I should do rather than what I wanted to do. And I'm sure you can all relate to that, especially if you have kids, right? Because you're like doing what you need to do for your kids. Okay, I'm gonna girl for this. I'm a girl. I don't know. I think for me, I just want to be in a space where I feel like if I'm going to be surrounded by people that if I'm moving to a place to be, this is nice. You guys, I have no rhyme or reason why I pick things. I just do. But I like the colors of this. And this is actually what a sunset looks like here sometimes. And occasionally I post them in my Facebook and maybe I'll just do it this way. I don't need the montage on there. I just want to be around people that I feel like I'm thriving with, or at least uplifted enough to go through the next thing, not people that bring me down. Does that make sense? Do any of the rest of you have that sentiment? You just want to be in a space where you feel like you're thriving. Yeah, 100%. Put yourself on the priority list. Yes, I have to. Trish, I'm telling you, how old am I now? Including myself in my life has been like, it's a life lesson. And I don't know whether it's a woman thing or a mother thing or a whatever caregiver thing, but yeah. And for me right now, especially because of all this whole having to quarantine, staying home, whatever, I've had to really look at myself. Like it's just thrown me back into me, which is not a bad thing, but it's like a real thing. And And it's made me also just say, like when somebody's like, I'm grateful that they didn't call me back to that job that I had. You guys, that job I had was so stressful. And I worked really long hours, and they were not nice people. Like, not nice. The people that I worked for, the company, the owners, they were not nice. I was kind of grateful. I was kind of worried, like when I saw that I had missed a call from them. Okay, now I just need a person on here. If I can just find a person, then I'll be golden. I can find a girl or a boy. I notice I don't have many male figures in any of my stuff. It's not because I don't like men. It's just because my magazine images don't have very many men in it. Hi, Sandy. How are you? And if I haven't said hi to you guys, pipe up and say something to me. It's not because I don't want to say hi to you. It's because I'm got my nose in my little tiny notebook down here. Got my nose in my notebook. My Miss Kristie Biddleson notebook, which I will put her, let me see if I can put her, let's see. Let me see if I can put her, that's her Etsy shop. And that's where I got my little traveler's notebook and everything from. So, oh, Mary Lou says it makes sense to you. Well, you guys, I've been stuck with myself. A couple epiphanies have happened for me during this whole COVID. One is, I have to stop waiting to do the things that I wanted to do for a time when it's right. Because there's never going to be a right time. Okay, look at these little pages, and they're not finished. And I'm going to probably try to find some words for them that, like, this one needs a person. This one needs a person. This one could use something else. This one I need to fix the top, but I'm not doing it right now. This one needs a person. Anyway, a couple things. Okay, I've realized that I need to figure out what I want to do. Like, I think my whole adult life, I've had kids. I mean, I had my oldest daughter when I was 26, I think. And before that, I was in college. And then before that, my mother had cancer. And I was, like, I had a lot of things. Okay. It wasn't like, and I'm not blaming it on that. I'm just saying, like, it was easy for me to stay distracted by what was going on. Does that make sense? Like, being involved in, like, the caregiving aspect, right? And now my youngest daughter, she's 13. She'll be 14 this summer. And, and she's so fun, you guys. She's an easy, knock on wood, I shouldn't say it too loud. She'll look and see if I can find a person. She's fairly easy. So, it's not like I have a lot. She doesn't cause a lot of things. And yeah. But I realized that I just kind of put myself on hold. Like, I don't know what I was waiting for, but I was waiting for something else. Amy says it's never a bad time to reevaluate what's important to you in your current events. Yeah. Show life can change quickly. Yes, you're right. Life can change quickly. So, hi, Barb. Hi, Bridgeline. How are you, my friend? How are you? Quarantine has been really hard, Sandy. I agree with you 100%. Okay. Barb is waving to everyone. There's Miss Malia. Malia, tell everybody where you live in the Carolinas. We were writing where we were living, and I said you live in the Carolinas, but I can't remember the name of the county anymore. Guys, anyway. So being in that caregiver, back to my ridiculousness, but being in that caregiver space has really made me, like, I kept putting what I wanted on hold. Like, I'll do it soon or whatever. And then over time, I'm just speaking for myself. I'm not speaking for any of you. Over time, I forgot what I really wanted to do. Like, I forgot, or I was like, yeah, eventually, or whatever, right? I mean, I have my own, like, ridiculousness. So now, faced with this whole pandemic thing that we've been going through, it has really, I mean, it's made me go, okay, what is it that I want to do? And it's also made me go, you know what? I don't want to do that. I don't want to be around people that don't lift me up. I don't want to work in a job where I don't feel uplifted. I mean, if I have to have a job for this mortgage qualification, I want to feel uplifted. I don't want to feel like I don't want to feel like I'm like, you know, like every day, oh no, I have to get up and go. You know, that dreading feeling you have. So Malia says she lives at the foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains in Stokes County. There's a couple of other people here from the Carolinas in the chat too, Malia. They were all writing where we're from. Bridgeline lives in the UK. And I don't know. So I've just been sharing with you guys my tangent. Also, up until a couple of days ago, I'm going to be just as brutally honest as I can be. I was in deep grief. And you guys, nothing personally has happened to me. Like nothing. Oh, I like her. Oh, and I like her. Don't you hate it when there's like two good pictures on a page? All right, I'm not going to cut out any one of them because maybe I'll copy one of them. But I was in deep grief. I was in like, I couldn't even put my finger on it until one day I just cried the whole day. And there, you guys, there was nothing besides the plight of the world going on in my life. Okay. There was like no, so yeah. So I couldn't like, I would think I was going to go and do something or come online. And then I was like, I couldn't muster it. I could not muster it. And then it's not that the grief is lifted, but it's different. Like, I don't know what changed. And you guys, I work on myself every day, every single freaking day without a break. I work on myself every day. I meditate. I go inside. I look at myself. It's been, and I'm sure that maybe some of you guys have been feeling it too. And I don't know whether it's just the grief for humanity or the release of that energy or, like, I don't know. Try not to really like this piece. Doesn't this always looks like a good idea having all these plates, but can you imagine dusting all that stuff? Oh, Lord, no. And Bridgeline says, it's not surprising you're in deep grief. So many of us are with what's going on out there. Oh, Bridgeline, I can't even tell you. It's like, today's a better day, though. Today's a better day. Things are, they are spiritually draining, but you know what? You got to keep focused on the light. You got to keep focused on the light. I would not want to dust all those plates. I love this, and I'm going to put it in a different book because I want to keep all the plates. Where are my stuff? You guys, this is how I art. My art is a stream of consciousness, depending on where I am in that given moment. And even if I planned it out, it would not come out any way you could possibly plan it. It's just how I roll. Don't ask me why. It's just weird, but that's just who I am. You know? So what's going on in your world, Miss Barbara Owen? Have you guys been watching Drama Free Fridays with Barb? I've been mustering doing that. I mean, I can't. Sometimes I'm not there the whole time, not because I don't want to be, but my life gets in the way. I love this image too. Don't ask me why. And I love this. This, I definitely want to find a space, and I have a really big journal for. I just love the image. It's a woman swimming in a ball gown with a bunch of tropical fish. Ridiculous, I know, but I like it. I can use, Makawa's a town here on Maui, and this was somebody's painting. They have these magazines where they have, tourist magazines. My head couldn't think. I've been watching Barb. I've gotten to see Laura a few times, the Jersey Crafter, and I love her. She makes me laugh. You guys are gonna laugh, but my go-to make me feel better is watching dancing videos. Is that ridiculous? And I have this one guy that I really love. Oh my God, I love his dancing. And he dances with this girl. He dances with a bunch of different people, but he dances with this one girl. And it makes me happy. I know it seems like the most ridiculous thing, but it does. It makes me happy. I'm going to cut the word off. My hottie says to me, he goes, I can always tell when you're in a funk. I'm like, why is that? He goes, because I hear, and he makes fun of me, you guys, because it's like, I don't know what kind of music it is. It's like, I don't know. It's like, he dances to all kinds of different music, but I don't know if it's like music from Nigeria or whatever. But the channel, if you guys are, it's African dancing. If you guys are into, I love it. Okay. You guys, my mother was a professional dancer, you know, and when I was little, I traveled all over the world with her. And, you know, I had a wonderful life as a child. And so I love all kinds of dancing, but I really love African dancing. Okay. I don't know why, but I just do. So the guy's channel, his name is Hector. I think it's Hector Afro Manga. If you want to laugh and just feel good, they dance, and they're such a beautiful group of people. So my partner says he can always tell when I'm in a funk because he hears, and if he's ever here, I'm going to get him to do his imitation of him singing the music. It will make you laugh because obviously he's not doing it correctly. So let's just say yesterday, in the background of my life, pretty much all day, aside from when I was at Care's auction, even when I was at Care's auction, there was Hector Afro Manga dancing. Okay? And I loved it. It made me so happy. It was ridiculous, but it makes me happy. This might be a little bit like Debbie's mood book. You guys have to go over to her channel and look at her. I don't know if she calls it an inspiration book or mood book. I think it's a mood book. But it's Debbie Cork, C-O-R-K. She made one, and it's really cool. You missed this past Friday? Oh, do you want the Afro Manga channel? Here, let me find it. You guys, I love it. You guys, it makes me so happy. Yes. And he dances with this girl named Miriam, okay? I don't know why, but and he lives in Italy, okay? He lives in Italy because he and this girl Miriam, he dances with a bunch of different people, but I love him dancing with Miriam. Don't ask me why, I just do, okay? And it makes me so happy. And it's like when he dances with this girl Miriam, I don't know, I think they have magic together. I don't know. You know, like how some people, and I don't know if they're a couple or what have you. I'm not up on all that stuff. But I don't know if they're a couple or if they're not a couple or what have you, but I love him and it makes me so happy. It's so ridiculous, but it makes me so happy, and the music makes me happy, and I don't know. I can't even tell you guys because it's so ridiculous, but pretty much like my partner makes good fun of me. He makes so much fun of me. He's like, he makes fun of, and then he makes fun of the music because he can't sing it anyway, but he makes fun of it. But I love them. It's so silly. It makes me happy. This is my newest one, but if you watch him, you have to watch him dance with this girl, Miriam. It's amazing. He's awesome. It's so ridiculous, but that's me. Guys, you guys get my ridiculousness. Here you go. And I don't know, like, if you guys watch it, you can tell me. I don't know. I don't think this music is reggaeton, but it could be. Like, I honestly don't know. But I love him, and I love that he's a dance teacher, okay? And he dances with a lot of other people, but I like it when he dances with this girl. It's ridiculous, but so now you guys know those are my tangents. That's my tangents of like Yes, he's a teacher, and he teaches in yes, he teaches in Italy. Like if you look at his videos, some of them are like he has he like is I think he and Miriam dance in front of the Coliseum. I mean, it's just I think it's beautiful, but whatever. So that's my tangent. You know how some people watch? Okay, what did somebody tell me they watched? Living in a van videos. You know those? I don't know if those people are even living in vans right now, but remember those like small, tiny home videos? Who was it that told us that they really love tiny home videos? There was somebody in our group that like constantly talked about tiny home videos. You know, and so that's pretty. Those are pretty fun to watch. I'm looking for people. Here's Billy Nelson. The home video, those tiny home videos. One person in our group was like really into those tiny home videos, and somebody in our group like was talking about that they watch those home renovation things. Well, I watch dancing videos. Okay. I watch dancing videos. I have an obsession with dancing videos, okay? I like dancing videos. You like the van and the tiny home videos, Mary Lou? Okay, so what is your guys' obsession? Okay, I want to hear. Barb says tiny home videos make her anxious. Girl, I understand it. I get it. I think I have to have this boot in my book. Okay, I have to have the boot in my book. Oh my gosh. I think my craft supplies could fit in a tiny home, okay? Then there wouldn't be any room for me. Let's see, what else is going on in my world? Okay, stop. The dog hears somebody, and there's nobody here. And I put her out, and she comes back in. She finds her way back in. Stop. Oh, I have to have some flamingos. You know, you remember my pink flamingo page? If I put you out again, let me put the dog out. Hopefully she won't come back. Barb says if she was by herself, then she could live in a tiny home, but not with another person. And Sandy says, you're trying to make paper sack journals? Oh, I've made some of those. I love those. Your partner wants to get in a van and travel and live in a van? Oh no. Mary Lou, I don't think I could do it. I think I'd be out of my mind. I'm live streaming, so please don't egg the dog on. My partner's coming in he went to buy me some stuff from my gardening. Malia said she could do a tiny home as long as she had another tiny home for her craft stuff. Malia, could you do a tiny home though with kids? Honestly, could you? I'm gonna put this dog out before she just goes crazy. Okay. Anyway. My daughter's going to be mad because she's on a conference call. My eldest daughter's on a conference call. She's redesigning the GRE test. Okay, she's reformatting a GRE test. And I make fun of her. She said, I haven't even taken the GRE and I could pass the GRE. I said, I hear you. I don't know if I could do his tiny home. Maya says, no way. She can't do a big home with kids. Oh, Mary Lou, I like the dumpster divers too. Oh my gosh, there's this lady in Chicago. I used to watch her all the time. I can't think of her name, but she would dumpster dive in Chicago. And I've always been a trash picker. Like when I would find furniture, I lived in New York City for so long, and when I would find furniture on the street in New York City, my kids would be like, my oldest daughter she was like, Mom, you just need to stop. And I loved it. Is that ridiculous? Let's see, I like her. Anyway, I found amazing antique furniture on the streets of New York City and stuff that needed to just be fixed or whatever. I found some really cool stuff. I do like the dumpster divers thing. It's a little addictive. You think as tiny as you want to go as a month in an RV? I hear you, Kathy. Malia says she considered a motorhome and traveling around when Lily was a baby. Yeah, but you wanted a route somewhere where your kids could have friends. I understand that. Kathy says she loves dumpster diving channels, but she's looked twice and all she's found is mice. Oh, girl, the mice are eating the roots of my plant, of my pepper, one of my pepper plants. I was just like, I don't know, you guys. I don't want to live in a small home. I mean, I don't need a big, huge house. The house I live in right now is small. Okay, my house is like under 800 square feet, and I have my whole family. Not my whole family, but oh, look at the blue bonnets. Blue bonnets of Texas. I've got to have a page of blue bonnets on it. I've got to have a page of blue bonnets on it. Anyway, you guys, for a while, and I don't know if it's still on there, but this was on. Is it Recycle Bank? What is the name of the magazine thing that we get all our free magazines from? I'm gonna put some blue bonnets. And I'm gonna find people. My goal was to find people, and the people just didn't come. My house is small now, but what I'd like is just my own, like right now, because my older kids came back for my younger daughter had a thing, a performance thing, and they were coming back. They had to fly through the time they were living in Taipei. And they had to come back for, I don't remember. And so they flew through here. And then don't you remember all that stuff? The U.S. relations with China was kind of going awry and whatever and all that. Well, they couldn't get their visas renewed. My son-in-law is a linguist, okay? And he speaks several different languages, but he's proficient in translations from Chinese to many languages. And so they couldn't go back because this is way before the pandemic. They were having a hard time getting. He was having a hard time getting his visa. His visas are renewed. His work visas renewed, and so they came for something here, and then the whole pandemic thing happened. They were scheduled to leave to go to Spain because he couldn't get his work visa to go back to China done. So they were gonna go to Spain. I was super excited for them to go to Spain. I love Spain. And then, the whole pandemic thing happened. So they've been here, and so now my daughter, my daughter, she went to school, my oldest daughter, she went to school for engineering, but she's a graphic designer. She hated engineering. She's really smart, though, like that, like math and science and all that are her forte. So she's redesigning a GRE book. I guess a GRE prep book. I don't know, honestly. She's told me, but kind of, yeah. She has these crazy conference calls where she points out all the mistakes that they've made. Yeah, I think she's on I think it's 5 books that she's doing. I don't know. Anyway, I stay out of it. But she hates it when the dog barks. And there's nothing I can do about it. Recycle Bank, yeah. So they had Texas Monthly. For a while, they had a Maui magazine. I don't know if they still do, but they had Texas Monthly, so I got it. Because you guys know I'm from Texas. So I went ahead and I got the Texas Monthly because I thought, we'll have some cool images. The best part of the Texas Monthly, I'm gonna be honest, is not the images, it's the paper. It's got that matte paper, not the glossy paper, so it really works well to paint on and stuff. And so I like that. So I just want her, but I don't know if I can just get her. But I didn't know, because you guys, I don't read. This is going to sound so terrible, but I don't even read any of the magazines that I get. I just cut them up for images. I just use them for collage fodder. I guess he's not so bad in the picture. I just use them for collage fodder. I do not read them. Do you guys read yours? What? I'm missing. Let's see. You guys, I haven't tried to dumpster dive here. Well, I can't say that. At my library I have, because they really do throw away a lot of good books. I mean, they donate some, but the ones that are, the ones I want are the ones that are like ruined, that people bring back and they're ruined. So I have admittedly have done some dumpster diving. Okay, I like her image. Let me see if I can find something to go into her. Might as well try to use up all this tissue paper if I can. I do enjoy the dumpster diving at the library. I'm not going to lie. Dumpster diving at the library is good. Is that terrible that the dumpster diving at the library is good? Because they have they're not thinking like a crafter. They're just like going, nobody can have this book. They're just basically like saying, this book is POW because some kid tore it up or whatever. And I'm like, oh, great. Yeah, my library throws away some cool old stuff. Well, the one closest to me. But you guys, it hasn't been open, so that's the extent of my dumpster diving here. But when I lived in New York City, I definitely did some serious trash collecting. But there's no dump. Well, I guess there are dumpsters to dive in there, but I didn't dive in dumpsters there. Where I was collecting the trash have been on my street, and it would have been like right out in front of my house. Like I got a beautiful oak desk once from. I've gotten some good stuff. I got a beautiful oak desk. I've gotten some cool things from trash. I have my fan on here because it's so hot today. Everything's gonna blow around. I got some cool stuff from my New York City New York City trash picking from the street. Yeah, so that I have. But there's no good maybe there's good dumpster diving here. There probably is if you go to hotels, but in all honesty, I live in such a small house that it wouldn't really work. You know what I mean? It wouldn't. I don't need anything, so I don't need nada. I need nada. I need a new house for my stuff, for all my crap. Hi, Millie. How are you? Welcome. Malia, that would have been hard. Malia said one library near her put up 2 pallets of free books. That is a lot of books, girl. And she didn't go. She stayed true to herself, to her challenge. Are you doing you're doing the Rebecca Dances with Pitbulls challenge, yeah, Malia? The 100 Things challenge, where you have to make 100 things before you can buy anything. Well, I would have failed because I bought that journey. I bought this little journal that I'm working in from Kristie and my deli paper. I did, you guys, I want to order some, I need some, or I want some. I don't need anything. I want some watercolors, some metallic watercolors. I had a really nice set of them, and you guys, I don't know. I don't know what happened to them. They just dried out or whatever. They were in tubes, and I tried to revive them, but it didn't happen. And so, yeah. So I didn't see what you guys piped in about what you guys want us to make for CARE's Christmas in July auction next month for her Defy. You bought digis from CARE's auction. Malia bought digis from CARE's auction. I don't have a good printer, so I don't do digis. Not that I don't love them. I do, but my printer sucks. Bye, Sandy. Thanks for hanging out with us. Oh, you get to go see your grand fur babies? Oh. Oh, no. Sandy, I'm sending you so much love, and I'm so sorry for your loss. We love you, girl. Hang in there, all right? Are they coming to live with you? Are they coming to live with you now, Sandy? Or are they going to live with you full time? Stay safe, Sandy. We love you. Yeah, I agree. Virgilian's saying, don't be scared of dumpster diving. Take a mate with you, and then enjoy yourself. Stay safe, Sandy, and let us know. Post some pictures of your grand fur babies in our Crafting Mamas Facebook group. We love that. All right, this is my little tiny book so far. I'm liking it so far. I'm not thinking much about what I'm putting in. I do need somebody besides this handbag here. Don't ask me why the handbag's there. I don't know. I think she could use some words. I think she could also use some words. And I got to put something over this girl's leg. The leg is going to drive me crazy, but that doesn't mean I have to do it this minute. This one needs something, although I do like all the balloons. This one I need to find some more flowers to put up here. I think I have some in that book. These are just some backgrounds. This one's got my blue bonnets. This one's pretty much done without it needs a saying though. This is a book for no reason, with no theme. You're afraid you'll get in trouble. How would you get in trouble dumpster diving, Malia? You don't know, but isn't it against the law? No, I don't think so. I don't think it's against the law to dumpster dive. No, if it was, lots of people would be in trouble, Malia. I mean, I think those people that don't want you to dumpster dive, their dumpsters are locked. You know? Their dumpsters are locked. Bridgeline says that's half the excitement is being bad. How many of you guys save random envelopes for like you don't even know why? You watched a woman who got some amazing things from a dumpster at Joann's? You guys, we don't have any crafting places like that here. Like there is no Joann's here. Oh, this is a girl. Let me see if she'll go on one of my pages. Okay, let me put down my flamingos. They should have a background, but they're not going to. Maybe I'll paint on it later. Your excitement is sitting on the porch naked. Oh my God, Malia, you're too much. You're hilarious. You guys, everybody would run away if I was sitting on my porch naked. They would be like, what is wrong with that crazy woman? She is insane. She has lost her mind. She has lost her mind. How many of you guys follow Seth Apter? The crafter artist Seth Apter. I don't know. Does he consider himself a crafter or just an artist? Maybe I'll have to find some of my cool washi tape and put some on each side of that. Let's see. I saw he had a Facebook Live session today, and I wasn't there for it because the time zones are so not good for me as far as like, oh, she can be on that page. Just I gotta. Evidently, he is looking for creative team members. So I don't know if any of you guys want to go and craft with Seth Apter. He is looking for, he calls them creative team. He does not call it design team. And he seemed pretty liberal. He was like saying, you know, you didn't have to have a big YouTube following. You do have to be on some sort of social media on Instagram or Facebook or something like that. But he seemed fairly generous in his guidelines. So if you guys are friends with him on Facebook or go look for him and you're interested, I don't know. I didn't get to see all of it. Like, so I don't know exactly like, this is what you get when you don't tear things like evenly or straight. Not that it matters because this is just a magazine journal, but you know what I mean? You know what, Malia, I think he's just like, he wants to have a creative team. He wants people that are excited about creativity. So like, I don't know, like go and look. I mean, it came up in my Facebook thing and I listened to it for a little bit and then I had to go do whatever and had left. So I didn't hear, I mean, and wasn't there live. So I only heard parts of the replay, but from what I gather, it's not as design team. It's not as design team crazy as some things that I've seen are. Okay, I like this page now. You save random envelopes too? I do, Bertolina. I don't know why. And it's a little crazy. I don't think he's looking for people to do his level. I think he's looking for like new creative input and people that he thinks that may or may not want to like, you know, use his products and that sort of thing. You've run a workshop on envelope collaging? Oh, Bertolina, that's awesome. I save random envelopes. Although I've never taken a collage class with them, I do use them in my collages. But as you can see, most of my work is just a stream of consciousness, so it's just where I'm at that moment. So you guys tell me. So I didn't, if you said it, I missed it. Okay, so Kara's having her Christmas in July auction next month, and we're doing like projects to be auctioned off. My question is, if you were going to purchase something from her auction, what would you rather it be? Would you rather it be a journal? Would you rather it be Christmas ornaments? Would you rather, I don't know why I like this bit. It's kind of weird, right? What would it be? I want some input before I spend a lot of time making a bunch of stuff. I want some crafty input. No, I don't like that. I definitely want the boot. But the boot might be too big for this little tiny journal. I mean, it all goes to support her. So it's in my heart, my spirit, my soul. We are all artists. I agree with you 100%. Bridgelian says we're all artists. That is what she believes. And if you wish you were an artist, then you are. And she's run workshops on that too. Oh, Bridgelian, I would love to. Maybe one day I'll come to the UK and take a workshop with you. I'd love that. And if you wish you can draw, then you can. I teach people to draw too. Oh, how lovely. Hawaiian ornaments. Okay, I'll make some. I know my friend, Miss Linda McCullum, she gave me, you guys, she gave me the cutest patterns for, she hand drew these patterns. They're for mice, owls, birds, and something else I can't remember. And so I'll make some for Kara's thing. But I'm also, I think, Kathy, are you sending me journal supplies? What are you sending? I'll make whatever you send. I'm not picky, first of all. No, first and foremost, there's no picky going on here. I'll make whatever you send me. I am so not that precious. You know, for a while, I got super, and maybe you guys want to pipe in and talk about this. I got super turned off and thought that I would just quit journaling altogether over all these like perfectly coiffed journals. Like, for me, it's just not my style, right? It's just not my style. But I was like, I'm just going to quit making journals altogether, you know, because I was just like, this is just not me, you know? And then hopefully I'll have the ones that I'm making up, and they're not going to be everyone's cup of tea. Trust me, they are not. They are not everyone's cup of tea. They're a little offbeat. They are, you know, they're me. They're funky, you know. But I really got into making them, and it really made me, I'm trying to, when I thought we were going to be moving right away, I really started like making piles of stuff, like things that I've collected. I don't want to say hoarded. Things I collected that I loved, that I was like, okay, this is going to make something out of them one day, right? And I was like, okay, I have to let some of this stuff go because I love this. If you guys haven't gotten one of these are free. And I think Malia turned me on to it. Sorry, I moved my computer. Okay. It's called Gudrun, Gudrun Sojin. Let me see if I can find here. GudrunSojin.com. Can you see it? GudrunSJODEN.com. And they send you this is a home catalog, but they also have a clothing catalog. The paper and the patterns in here, you guys, I love them. Like I've saved them because just like look at the patterns of the dishes. Isn't it cool? And I love the patterning of all these things. I have really purged a huge amount of my stuff, but there are a few things that I have kept. So anyway, so I got, and I think it's not that I don't love those kind of journals. I do. I think they're beautiful. I just don't, it just doesn't work. That's just not my aesthetic. So if you like, or like looking at your, I don't want to say comparing your art, but if you're comparing your art, you can never compare it to that, you know? And so for me, I was like, I'm just gonna, I mean, I make my own version, but I was just like, I'm not doing, it doesn't bring me joy to like, to feel like that. So then I decided I was going to, oh, I like this page, but I don't want to cut the bird out. Let me just see. Let me see if I can just take a piece of it off. But I had saved all these books or journals, the kind of journals that I like to make. And so hopefully I'll have some in my Etsy shop, and they won't be for everybody. I mean, it's my aesthetic. you know? But it's just like, it's like you can't be intimidated by what did you say? Somebody said they're not worthy to do, to be in a Seth after thing. That's not true. It's like your aesthetic is perfect for you. And if you can use those tools and those, whatever he has, you know, he's got some really cool supplies. I mean, I have some of them. I love them, you know, but I think it's the differing of it all that will make it the interesting thing. So if you're into like doing like a really ornate journal with lace and all that, I think that why not? Why can't you use Seth after materials? Like, you know, just because my aesthetic is not the same. I'm saying that I have made some frou-frou. I call them frou-frou journals because I don't, you know, I have made some. Made one for a graduation gift. I made one for a wedding. A friend of mine got married. Her daughter got married, so I made it, and they loved it. So I think you can find your voice no matter what. I'm getting 2 Tim Holtz kits and 4 signs to make. I'm excited about the signs. I've already like been thinking about what I'm going to put on them. Do you want it to be like Christmas themed? The signs? I'm excited about that. I'm so excited about that. Whatever kind of Tim Holtz kit you send me, I love Tim Holtz. I think I secretly just have a crush on all of his art supplies. If that can be something. If you can have a crush on someone's art supplies, I completely have a crush on Tim Holtz art supplies. How many guys? Hi, Brian. How are you? How are you? What are you up to, Mr. Brian? Or Miss Malia? Mr. Malia? Gosh, you guys, I love these pineapples. What are you up to? And how's Miss Lily and Miss Vera May? You have a crush on his art supplies too. Are you making fun of me, Brian? Brian just finished playing on the tractor, leveling out some land to make into your orchard. Oh, Malia, that's awesome. Kathy says, oh, and 2 board books, but you can send more if you have time to do them. Kathy, please send me some board books. I have been making these journals. I want to show you guys a finished one, but I've been wanting to do it with a board book, and I haven't because nothing is open here. Like I can't even go down to the place where you can buy used books, you know, because they're not open here. I used to have a ton of board books, and then when I purged my supplies about a year ago, I let them go. Not because I didn't love them, but because it was like, okay, you know, it's like, am I ever going to get to it? Does this ever happen to you? It's like when you go through your closet and you let go of some stuff and then you go, I'm never going to wear this again. And then you need that same outfit that you purged. Has anybody had that? So that's what happened to me with my craft supplies. So I go through like periods of whatever I'm making. And then I go, okay. And then I get rid of a bunch of stuff. And then I'm like, oh, why did I get rid of that? I need that. Yeah, board books like kids' books. Board books like kids' books. So anyway, I have like, I did that. Have you ever done that? It's like the clothing thing, right? You get rid of your clothes. You're like, why did I get rid of those clothes? I really could use those clothes right now. I got rid of them. I need them. Yep. It's the same as board books. I did the same. It was ridiculous. Same thing. Oh, I love this Japanese thing. I don't even know what it says. I don't even know which way's up or which way's down. So if you're Japanese, I'm not trying to offend you. I just don't know. Yeah. You ever feel it? I got rid of, okay. So I got rid of like all kinds of stuff. I took a ton of stuff. I didn't throw it away. I either thrift stored it, gave it to my daughter's art class, or found somebody else that would take it, like a crafter. I didn't throw it away, but I seriously purged like so much stuff that I seriously purged so much stuff that it was like, it was ridiculous. So I don't have it now. So, and one of it was a whole bunch of board books. I don't even know where I had gotten them. I probably got them like either at the thrift store or in the free thing or in the, do you know what I mean? I got them at a thrift store, in a free thing, in a, yeah. And so, yeah, got rid of them. And then I was like, oh, they're blank. I'm in, sister, I'm in. And even if they aren't blank, even if they're like kids' board books, like reusable ones, I'm in. I am so in. I love this little book. You guys, it's just the perfect size for me. And I love her mandala. So how many of you guys have done the woo-woo with me? How many of you guys have done that with me over these period of time? They're like meditation. For anybody that doesn't know what the woo-woo is, it's just meditation. It's not like any. So I'll tell you what's been going on with me in the woo-woo. Okay, so I have, and you guys tell me what's going on with you, because you know, like we all experience same and different things all the time. So I get something over her leg. It's like so bothering me. So I've been, guys, I try to meditate every day. I do meditate every day, some days longer than others. And right now there's like so many cool people that if you've never meditated before, like you could meditate with them, and it really just supports you in your own meditation, right? So a couple of people that I love to meditate with is there's a beautiful Indian woman named Mother Meera. You spell it Meera. And she does a live stream meditation every day at, she's in Germany. So I think it's 7 a.m. my time. So I don't know what time that would be your time. 7 a.m. my time. I don't know. But you can look her up. She's on YouTube and she's also on Vimeo. And it's Mother Meera, Meera. And she does a live stream every day at 7 o'clock. And 7 a.m. my time, which I'm in Hawaii, but you guys can figure out your time. And then it's available for the replay. Now, I just want to put this out there to you, just like the energy work that I do when I'm hanging out with you guys doing woo-woo. Even if you don't get to do it live with her. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to find some more magazines. I've gotten rid of most of my magazines, so it's slim pickings here right now. Even if you don't get to do it live with her, the energy work is still there and the meditation is still really strong. You've missed the woo-woo. I woo-woo every day. You guys, I have to. It's the only thing that's kept me sane in between my crying, and I am feeling better. I mean, I am definitely feeling better. And I know it seems like right now it's so many dark things going on in the world, but I think it's almost like there was this Buddhist proverb, and I'm totally misquoting it, but you'll get the gist of it. And if you really want to know it, I'll try to look it up. A million years ago when I was studying Buddhism, it's like there's this Buddhist saying, and I'm paraphrasing it. It's saying like, if you have like a garden hose coiled up and you leave it all, like if you you stopped watering at the end of last summer and then it's the following summer and you still have that garden hose coiled up, and you plug it into the water and you turn the water on, what's going to come out first is all the dust and crap that was left in there, or that built up over the year that it was stagnant. But the clean water is there. It's just got to come out, the stuff's got to come out before the clean water comes out. And that's a little bit like us, right? Like our lives. I love this spiral staircase. Anyway, that, sometimes and for humanity, right? We pile up this, our garden hoses have been laying dormant for a while, and the crap has to come out before the clean water comes out, but the clean water is always there. Okay. So that's like our being, soul, spirit, right? Our higher self, our intuitive self, our inner child self, our, the greater capacity of who we are. Right. And we just forget, like we reincarnate into this human body, and we forget that we're really these amazing, beautiful souls, beautiful spiritual beings, and we forget, and we get caught up, and we think, oh, I'm this human body, and I'm this whatever physical ailment we have, or I'm this trauma or whatever, and that's not true. So for me, this whole thing that we've all been going through, we've all been experiencing as a collective, has, put me in a state of deep grief, like we discussed earlier, but it's also put me in a state of like really cleaning out my water hose, right? For the lack of a better word, my, whatever it is, my being, soul, spirit, my higher self, my whatever you can call it anything, right? But you know what I mean? The larger part of you that knows, that has that knowingness, that knows, that's connected to all living things, that creates the miracles in your life and all that stuff, right? I love this staircase. Anyway, so, I, for myself, have been working on myself every day, and some days are easier than others, and some days I knock myself out. But what I mean by knock myself out is like I'll get up filled with energy and vigor, and I'll go to do like what I consider like a cleansing or clearing or releasing process on myself, and I'll go so deep that it'll knock me out. It'll just really knock me out. And I was like, wow, this is like not normal for me, not usual, okay, not common. I mean, sometimes, like if I'm, sometimes if I go back and I listen to a meditation that I've done with other people, that can happen, but not when I'm actively doing it for myself. So I was like, okay, what is this? Like, what's going on here? And what came for me, and I don't know, you guys pipe in and share with me what comes for you, is that because that we are expanding so far as a collective beyond whatever we've known, that this is really an amazing time to create, in the midst of this pain and chaos, to create miracles in your life, to create that whatever it is that you've always wanted, to not shy away from the bigger part of you, to embrace it, to enjoy it, to acknowledge it, to love it, to honor it. So, because I was like, even my partner, because he and I try to meditate together every day, but some days he gets up to go, when he's doing his painting job, he has to leaves our house at like before 6 a.m. And I like to meditate for at least an hour, and my behind does not feel like getting up at like 4 a.m. to meditate with him until 5 so that I can, you know what I mean? So, I wanted to share that with you all. I don't know if you guys have been, and also how else it can manifest is like the energy manifests in not sleeping, and not sleeping as deeply, like, or sleeping less, because the energy's changing, and the water, and even though it may look like we're not getting clearer as one conscious being of humanity, we're starting to honor ourselves in all the shapes and forms that we come in. We're starting to honor ourselves and respect all life, not just ours, but others, and also the life of the earth, right? We're starting to see Mother Nature heal herself. Just, can you imagine? Think about how powerful of a healer she is. Mother Nature's healing herself. Like we're seeing here, where there was endangered things suddenly coming back, or they're finding species that they thought were long gone are here. So I don't know what you guys are experiencing, but that's what I've been experiencing. I've been experiencing this, like, I mean, some days it's easy and other days it's not so easy. Some days it's like, oh my gosh, this is incredibly painful. And some days it's like, I feel, although as I continue to do it, and, you know, I do feel like it's getting lighter. The energy is getting lighter. Even in the midst of the heavy darkness, it's getting lighter. Does that make sense? You guys, or are you just like, oh my God, she's lost her mind? Oh, really? I'm really loving this little book. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Kristie. Thank you for putting them in your little Etsy shop. And I'm really enjoying working in it. So tell me what you guys have been going through. I would love to hear it. I would love to hear your take on what you've been doing and what you've been going through. If you want to share. And if you don't want to share, I get it too. I'm enjoying this book. So did any of you guys want to share anything? I think I'm going to finish cutting her out. I think she's the perfect thing to be on this purse. Like, you only leave the house because of the riots where you live. I understand that. But you know what, Kathy? You don't have to go anywhere to shine your light. Your light shines right where you are. You know, it's like turning on a light switch, you know, like once you turn on the light switch, no matter how dark the room is, it's not dark. It's never dark anymore, right? So, but I understand not wanting to leave, girl. I totally get it. I get it. I get it. I'm going to put that hand down there. It's a little odd, but I'm going to do it. So does anybody else want to share anything about what you've been going through? I mean, I understand. Trust me, I get it. I so get it. And I'm going to do a little woo-woo. So for those that want to stay for the woo-woo, please do. We're going to do it. Go get your water if you want to do it. I think I've come to the end of my creative moment, my creative process for this very moment. And you love a hand. It's a little bizarre, but you know what? It's where I'm at right now. It's totally where I'm at. I did clean out my metalsmithing studio, which, you guys, I have a small space in my garage that has like proper metalsmithing tools, and I got all kinds of new gas for it, and I think shortly I will resume that part of my life, even though I haven't done it in a while. I think I will do that as well. I mean, it just feels like it's time to be like as creative as I can be in as many ways as I can be for myself. There's no end result. You know, I'm not an end result. So if you guys want to stay for the meditation, we're going to do meditation, and probably I'm going to tell you last maybe 10 minutes, maybe 11. Get some water if you guys want some energized water. And somebody's going to ask, what's that? You know, it's like, you know, like some people like to energize crystals. Some people like to energizing water, because your body is mostly water. When you drink it, it just keeps that energy. And not necessary. It's only if you want to do it. And, you know, take a minute, go get your water. And I want to let you know that, you know, You can include anyone you like in the energy work that we do. Only positive results can come from it. Their higher self can choose to participate or not, even if you have them in mind. But I know for many people, it's a positive thing, bringing in and, wishing other people good thoughts and good. I'm really loving this little book. Thank you so much, Kristie Biddleson. You guys go to her Metta Studio NC and check out her stuff. Yep, I'm gonna put this in the book that she made me, the journal cover, and I'm going to I'll continue to journal in it and continue to work in it. And she makes them like they're like past traveler's notebooks, so you can, like I have one that has lines on it. I think she sent me one with watercolor paper, and I think this one is, I don't know what kind of paper. It's really thin, like onion skin paper, but I like it a lot. It's super good. Hi, Kat. How are you? How is everything in your world? So I don't know where the middle of it is, but we'll figure it out. This is the middle. I'm going to stick it right in here. So, yep. It's got two, so far it's got two little things. This it has lines on it, and then this is the one I worked on today. And I may continue I need to collect some more images and maybe some words. And maybe on this side, on the opposite side of the page, I'll journal, I'll write. I'll use this amazing fountain pen that Rosie gave me, which I have to tell you was super awesome. I didn't even know that I needed a fountain pen, but obviously Rosie did, okay? And I love it. So yeah, if you guys wanted to go and collect one of your own from Kristie's journals, head on over to her Etsy shop. So we're going to do Everything's Great. Oh, I'm so happy you're here, Kat. How are your babies? How are your children? I'm sure they're not babies anymore, but. And you guys have made a good mess. Got my good mess going on here. You know me, can't art without making a big enough mess. You guys, it doesn't matter how hard I try not to make a mess. I think I'm a destined mess maker. I think, like I'm destined to make messes. It's like even when I don't want to make a mess, I make a mess. Oh no, your youngest is going to be in kindergarten. Time flew by, girl. Yeah, my youngest turns 14. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. My youngest turns 14. That is like that in August. I'm like so surprised. So surprised. Life went by really fast. So I'm gonna take a 2-second break. For those that want to stay for the meditation, please do. It's going to be like 10 minutes. The meditation's usually lasts about 10 minutes. And go get your water. I appreciate you guys giving me a thumbs up or thumbs down, whatever one you want to do. Doesn't bother me either way. But I appreciate you doing that. It increases whatever the YouTube experience is, the YouTube their algorithm. I'll be back in 2 seconds. And those that want to stay, yeah, great. And in the meantime, how you can prepare besides getting water, bring to mind all the people that you'd like to include. Include your pets and always your home. Be right back. 2 seconds. Charlie, you gonna sit on the bed? Charlie, you gonna get up there? We're gonna do meditation, Charlie. You gonna sit down? Stop. Okay, everyone. Thanks for waiting for me. Sorry. I went to get my hottie, see if he wanted to. Okay. Bye, Kat. Love you. So bring to mind anybody that you'd like to include. And I always encourage you to include not only the people you get along with, but those that you don't. Because I think sometimes we forget that we hold on to those energies of discord. And I'm finding for myself, the best way to release those energies is with myself first and foremost. Doesn't mean the other person's ever going to be your best friend or come to your way of thinking, but if you're not holding the resistance or holding the discord, then there's no connection with you. Does that make sense? Do you get what I'm saying? It doesn't mean that the other person has to change or do anything. It just means for you, you're not holding on to it. So I always include the people you work with, your home, your pets, all of your loved ones. And you only have to think of them once, and you can just say, open generally, I include all of my loved ones. I include all of those I have discord with. I include my job and include the address. And I include my home, include the address. I include my dreams and my ideas. And I include my pets, my loved ones, and I include all of you. And then I always invite you to pick a point on the earth, a point that maybe is near and dear to your heart. Maybe it's the ocean, maybe it's mountains, maybe it's the beach, maybe it's, and it could be any, it could be an exact specific place or something in general, and include that too, because every part of us and everything around us is yearning for that same thing, which is love, right? So that's really all this meditation is. The meditation is just connecting yourself with you, to your higher self, and allowing yourself to release the patterns and energies that no longer suit you, and allowing you to, like turning on that water spigot, the clear, clean water comes out and all the junk leaves, and then you're left with your pure self, your pure heart, your pure, whatever it is that you desire. Okay, so let's get started. All you need to do to participate is breathe. Inhale through your nose and exhale out through your mouth. You can do this sitting down or lying down. You can do it with your eyes open or your eyes closed, whatever works for you. I also encourage you not to do this if you're operating any heavy equipment or doing something that needs to have your undivided attention, because it can put you in a very relaxed state. Okay, so let's get started. Inhale through your nose and exhale out through your mouth. Receive and release. Receive and release. Imagine yourself in a column of light. When you look up, you can't see the end. And when you look down, you can't see the end. This is your column of light. It is unique to your being, soul, spirit. Allow your column of light to enter deep, deep, deep into the earth. Give your column of light the direction, heart of the earth. And it is right there. Allow your column of light to take root deep in the heart of the earth. Give your column of light big tree roots. And with every inhale and every exhale, allow your roots to go deeper and deeper. Allow yourself with the next inhale and the next exhale to anchor your roots deep in the heart of the earth. Let's ask the earth to share with us her energy. I see this energy like beautiful golden light, but you can see it, feel it, think it, or just know it any way that works for you. Feel this beautiful golden light energy rising up through your roots. Feel it filling your feet and ankles, calves and knees, your thighs and hips. Feel it filling the base of your spine, your lower abdomen, your waist, your chest and back, your shoulders, your arms, your wrists, your hands, and out every finger. Feel it filling your neck and throat, your face and head, and feel it fountaining out the top of your head as high as you can imagine. Ready? Breathe it in. Breathe it in. Breathe it in. One more time. Breathe this beautiful golden light energy from the heart of the earth through your entire energy center and fountaining out the top of your head as high as you can imagine. Ready? Breathe it in. Breathe it in. And breathe it in. Take a moment to enjoy your connection to the earth. Now I'd like you to focus on your column of light that's fountaining out the top of your head and give your column of light the suggestion: heart of the sun, heart of the central sun, heart of creator, creation energy, heart of the source of all being. And with that, your column of light is right there. Allow your column of light to root itself in this beautiful, angelic, creator creation realm. Let's ask this energy to flood our column of light, mixing with our light and the earth's energy and spreading 6 feet in all directions. Give your light permission to anchor itself in this beautiful angelic creation realm. Now, I see this energy like beautiful silvery diamonds, but you can see it, feel it, think it, or just know it any way that works for you. Feel this beautiful diamond light energy pouring through your column of light and mixing with your light and the earth's energy and spreading 6 feet in all directions, filling your column fully and completely. Imagine it's like that water hose, the spigot, and you're turning it on, and this clear, clean, divine energy floods your column of light. Feel it filling your head and face, your throat and neck, your shoulders, your arms, your wrists, your hands, and out every finger. Feel it filling your chest and back, your waist, your lower abdomen, the base of your spine, and feel it pouring through your hips, thighs, knees, calves, and ankles, and out the bottom of your feet, expelling any and all excess through your roots deep in the heart of the earth. Ready? Breathe it in. Breathe it in. And breathe it in. One more time. Breathe fully and completely. Allow this beautiful, clear light to clear every cell in your body. Ready? Breathe it in. Breathe it in. And breathe it in. Take a moment to enjoy your connection. Heaven and earth. Now I'd like you to focus on your roots above your head that are anchored. Just imagine them in your energies right there into this heart of creation, this heart of source, this heart of divine, the heart of the sun. And on the inhale, I want you to allow yourself to receive all the pieces and parts of you from all dimensions back into your being soul spirit. Ask that your soul's divine blueprint that's unique to you become very clear. That your higher purpose, that your reason for this life, this incarnation, and all of the answers that you wish to know come to you easily, effortlessly, and enjoyably. Focus on that column of light where your roots are and breathe yourself fully and completely back in. And on the exhale, you're going to let go of anything in this body that no longer serves you. Ready? Breathe yourself fully and completely. Give your body personality permission. Breathe yourself back in and let go of anything else. Breathe yourself back in and let go of anything else. And breathe yourself back in and let go of anything else. Let's focus 6 feet above your head. You're still anchored into the heart of the divine above that. Breathe yourself fully and completely back into this energy center. And on the exhale, let go of anything that no longer serves you. Invite your body personality to receive all the pieces and parts of you. And on the exhale, let go of anything that you no longer desire. Ready? Breathe yourself back in and let go of anything else. Breathe yourself back in. And breathe yourself back in. Allow this clear, clean energy to wash through every cell of your body, always expelling any and all excess out through the roots in the heart of the earth. Let's focus 3 feet above your head. Breathe yourself fully and completely back into this energy center, allowing your unique soul's divine blueprint to be awakened, for you to know all the things you wish to know, and for you to receive all that you desire. And on the exhale, let go of anything that no longer works for you. Ready? Breathe yourself back in and let go of anything else. Breathe yourself back in. And breathe yourself back in. Let's focus 1 foot above your head. Some call this your soul star. I believe this is the portal in which you enter into your body. I want you to give your body personality permission to receive all the pieces and parts of you, from all time, space, and dimensions, all dimensions of you, fully and completely back into this energy center. And to remember and awaken and ignite your soul's unique divine blueprint. And this blueprint holds all of your dreams, all of your desires, and your soul's higher purpose. Breathe in and receive this energy fully and completely, 1 foot above your head, back into your being, soul, spirit. Ready? Breathe it in. And let go of anything that doesn't work for you. Breathe it in. And breathe it in. Give your body personality permission to receive all of this easily, effortlessly, and enjoyably in divine timing, in the best way that would work for you. 1 more time, breathe yourself fully and completely back in. Let's focus on the point of light at the top of your head. Breathe in and receive yourself fully and completely here now. And on the exhale, let go of anything that no longer serves you. Ready? Receive yourself back in. Let go of anything else. Breathe yourself back in. Let go of anything else. Breathe yourself back in. And let go of anything else. One more time, breathe yourself back in. And let go of anything else. Focus on the point of light in the center of your forehead. Receive yourself fully and completely back here now. Receive yourself back in. Let go of anything else. Receive yourself back in. Receive yourself back in. Focus on your throat. And breathe yourself fully and completely back into this energy center now. And let go of anything that no longer serves you. Ready? Breathe yourself back in. And breathe yourself back in. And breathe yourself back in. Focus on your heart. Breathe yourself fully and completely back into this energy center. And let go of anything that no longer serves you. Ready? Breathe yourself back in. You're breathing in all of your possibilities, all of your desires, all of your options, all of your dreams. Your soul's divine blueprint holds every possible variable for your divine happiness. Breathe yourself fully and completely back into your heart now. Receive in love, release in love. Receive, release. Receive, release. Focus on the point of light at your waist. Breathe yourself fully and completely back into this energy center now. Receive in love, release in love. Receive, release. Receive, release. Receive, release. Let every cell in your body awaken to your divine purpose, to your soul's divine blueprint. Let's focus on your lower abdomen in this energy center here. Breathe in and receive in love, release in love. Receive, release. Receive, release. Receive, release. Receive, release. Focus on your energy center at the base of your spine. Receive yourself fully and completely back into your body personality now. Ready? Receive yourself back in and release. Receive, release. Receive, release. Now let's focus 1 foot below your feet. This is called your Earth Star. And this is where you ground all of your divine desires, all of the things that you wish, and your soul's divine blueprint. This is the area that you manifest from. Breathe in and receive peace, love, balance, bliss, your soul's divine blueprint, and all of your heart's desires. Focusing 1 foot below your feet. Ready? Breathe yourself back in. Breathe yourself back in. And breathe yourself back in. Now focus where your light meets the heart of the earth, where your roots are, and all the points of light in between. Breathe yourself fully and completely back into your body. Breathe in your soul's divine blueprint easily, effortlessly, and enjoyably in your awakening in divine time. Ready? Breathe yourself back in. Breathe yourself back in. Breathe yourself back in. And breathe yourself fully and completely back into your body. Focus on your heart. Just allow yourself to fully be settled into your heart, breathing yourself fully and completely from all time, space, and dimension, and all energy centers back into your being, soul, spirit. Ready? Breathe yourself back in. Imagine an infinity symbol starting where your roots are above your head in the heart of creation, the heart of the divine, heart of the sun, crossing through your heart, entering deep into the heart of the earth, crossing back through your heart and ending where it began. On the inhale, receive love from the divine source and from the earth. And on the exhale, give back love to the divine source and to the earth. Ready? Receive and give. Receive and give. Receive and give. And one more time. Receive and give. And when you feel ready, open your eyes and come back. You feel free to share anything if you'd like. You don't have to. There's no right or wrong. Now this energy stays present on this recording. You can come back and listen to it anytime. Does anybody want to share anything? Well, okay, my lovelies, I love you all, and I wish you the best day. And hopefully, I'll see you back here again soon. And I will be finishing editing the rest of my trading card a day videos today, and hopefully have them up today and tomorrow. And I love you all. And until next time, as always, from my heart to your heart, I'm sending you so, so, so much aloha. Love, love, love you all. Love, love, love. Love to you. And I'll see you guys again.